Kwabena Addo Boahen, the court case and matters arising. Abusuya 49 million Ghana cedis NSB funds are or transfer ekogu on one personal account mu ensem bebre boboba yedi kan aba bebreki ehon nsem bebre ede amamona Kwabena Addo Boahen ne lawyer a ye frɛ no Atta Akyea abusuya ene ya shock no ewo court a enye asam keto akra o use dirty tactics bi as dirty tactics na o use no high court judges for omo exposing no ama chese ono ankasa why very shocked na one guy a owo BNI ono ene chese eba be testify oba be pull documents na ye finalize Kwabena Addo Boahen ne final ruling no abusuya na Atta Akyea a Addo Boahen ne lawyer find ways and means be a person or the intimidate saa guy no enti black rasta aba be drop full details koso Kwabena Addo Boahen ne lawyer ye friend Atta Akyea ne tactics a person using na abusuya egu judges no ensema judges no expose Atta Akyea amasisi ano ono ankasa no onhu baby a opese ode asem ne fa and guy na owo BNI or intimidating no opese o che say owo guy na ho document na guy no krampo no wamfa the right way so na ye employ no ewo BNI abusuya intino or the intimidate sa guy na oba be testify mama yanko na yanko tie ensema black rasta attitude na isi ano Atta Akyea as Kwabena Addo Boahen no ye disgracing no with ne tactics or per se or use court no unsubscribe subscribe and I hit say on the notification bell and any update be a dropping on so once able to me aka madam say
Atta Akyea's dirty court tactics exposed. Now, who is Atta Akyea? Atta Akyea is a lawyer par excellence. He's a lawyer a lot of people admire. My brother, my sister, he's paid his dues. There was a time he was a minister of state. He's also an astute politician. Now, recently, he clashed with Kennedy Japan, a very good friend of his. And they went to the same school at a time. And Kennedy felt that this man had betrayed him. He had said a lot of nasty things behind his back. And he was not too excited about that. But when it comes to politicians, they can sell each other to reach wherever they want to go. My brother, my sister, a lot of politicians are not trustworthy at all. Atta Akyea has been in the game for some time now, and he knows the nook and cranny of politics. My brother, my sister, this is Samuel Atta Akyea. He's all the way from Chebi, the same hometown as Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. And in the days of Nana Addo, they had a good time together, serving the nation in quotes. After 8 years of being in power, my God, the government of Nana Addo Akufo-Addo and Bawumia became the most talked about for all the bad reasons. One of the worst governments we have had in the history of this country. Wanton thievery, disrespect for responsibility, professionalism. The audacious, nauseous stealing of public funds. My brother, my sister, came to the bright lights, the focus lights, and many Ghanaians bemoaned this situation. My brother, my sister, a lot of these people are now standing trial, and some are in the queue right after these first batches are gone. And one of the people standing trial allegedly having stolen a lot of money. My brother, my sister, in the days of Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, the sleeping president who irresponsibly slept on the job, and many took advantage of his sleepiness to slip their long fingers into the coffers of the economy. My brother, my sister, is standing trial, and his name is Kwabena Addo Boahen. He was the boss, the very first boss of the NSB, National Signals Bureau. He had returned from London on the advice of a close friend that Ghana was becoming digitized, and his skills in that domain would help a lot. When he came, he saw a lot of loopholes, and according to investigators, he became Alibaba, surrounding himself with his 40 thieves, stealing left, right, and center, using his acumen in technology. My brother, my sister, he was a cyber criminal, according to investigators. And he's now standing trial for stealing more than 49 million Ghana cedis, an equivalent of about 7 million American dollars at the time. Now they are in court, and time after time, we see Atta Akyea and his group of lawyers walking like celebrities in and out of court. My brother, my sister, and many people try to catch up with them and ask them a few questions. Now, the last time they were in court, something interesting happened. Now, the head of finance at NSB, National Signals Bureau, whose boss was Addo Boahen, came in there as a prosecution witness. My brother, my sister, against her own boss. She swore she would speak the truth. And what did she say? She was asked by Atta Akyea, hey, you, are you aware of any 49 million plus that was stolen from the NSB? She said, my lord, no, I don't. Now dash this away. No, I don't. Oh, you don't? How come you don't know? Because that is why we are in court here. She said, I do not know. If I had known, I would have been the very first person to report this. My brother, my sister, he was trying to trap the young woman. If she had said, oh yes, I know, then of course, you yourself would go on trial. You knew it and you shielded it. Why did you shield the rot that was happening there? But she spoke the truth. I don't know. I never knew it until investigators came on our heels. My brother, my sister, I believe Atta Akyea was so disappointed that his trap did not catch the bailer. And for that matter, he walked out of court very sullen and crestfallen. But all over the media, and today we have a lot of paid media in Ghana. People pay to have the story go their way. They can circumvent any story at all. What we call the spin. They can spin the story to make it favor them. It was in the media that, oh, if the finance boss of NSB, National Signals Bureau, herself said she didn't know about any stolen money, then it meant that Addo Boahen stole no money. Very, very weak and warped logic. And people like my very good friend, Paul Adumochri, went to the gallery to play this record. Oh, how come the finance boss herself did not know that money was stolen? Hey, Akritinga Ayine should be coming out to talk about this in a press conference since he likes press conferences. And the spin was so nauseating. Some spins should be left for children. Some spins should be left for illiterates. People who do not know too much, like Abronye and all those people, leave that for them. Because we can excuse their illiteracy and unlettedness. But people who wear suits and pretend that they know so much, they shouldn't be embroiled in this kind of infantile gimmicks. My brother, my sister, now that failed. And today, we are here with something fresh. Come here. Now, Atta Akyea granted an interview right after the court sitting. And you could tell from his body language that he was disappointed. He couldn't cross-examine the lady. and get her entrapped in her own words. And therefore, he walked out of the court quite disappointed. But when he answered questions from journalists, you know what he said? I'm waiting for the big day. Which is the big day? Now, the big day is when Cromwell comes all the way from Iyoko, the Economic and Organized Crime Office. When he comes and he takes his stand and I cross-examine him, that is going to be the big day. Court will be very interesting and we can't wait for that. My brother, my sister, Atta Akyea knew what he was doing. Intimidation. My brother, in some jurisdictions, Atta Akyea will be held responsible for trying to intimidate an investigator. It's like a teacher comes to tell students, hey, you have finished the first exam. Now the next exam is what is going to be the sweetest. You will see how it will go. You will sweat. You are intimidating your students. As if that was not enough, they decided to fly a photograph that they purported was the likeness of this Iyoko investigator. And his name is Frank Marshall Cromwell. They put that out. We never would have put this thing out, but they decided to put it out and it's in the media. I don't know this guy. I have never met him. As to whether he is the guy who is going to be taking the stand, I do not know. But I know one thing for sure, that the truth will come to bear. Atta Akyea's case is that this guy is a conduit pipe kind of investigator. He doesn't have first-hand knowledge of whatever he's bringing to court, and he will make sure that he exposes him. My brother, my sister, let's listen exactly to what Atta Akyea said in court, and when we return, we would expose the gendarme. Watch this.
The case so far?
Well, so far, so very good. The prosecution witness is just being factual. There's no way you can improve upon the facts that I would have. And there's nothing that we put across which is not from the prosecution, itself. So this is what we are doing. And I don't want to talk about the legal implication, but if your adversary is admitting, your facts, the conclusion is yours. I don't want to talk about it. But we are not too concerned about this prosecution witness for one good measure, that she can't run away from the facts. We are waiting for Mr. Cromwell, the investigator, who will come and explain how he got into the national security space. I hold the view that Cromwell's day will be the best day in court because of the fact that he become the conveyor belt of Yoko. And there's nothing that he's saying that he knows anything about. But so far, so very good. We'll soldier on, and this should be continuing.
But today you attempted to tender.
Hey, did you hear that? Raw threats. And this guy is a lawyer. He goes to court, he misbehaves, walks out on a judge, and absolutely nothing happens to him. How do we take our court seriously? When you allow elements like this to stand in court and they can walk out on a sitting judge, all because of this Addo Boahen case. They wanted the judge removed. The court said, no, you have no good reason to get him out or get her out. And then he gets to court. He's so angry that the same judge is sitting on the case and he walks away, leaving his client in there. And somebody says, oh, it's tactics. What dirty tactics? Did you hear Atta Akyea? Come here. Now, watch this. Atta Akyea said, and listen attentively, that the day that I meet this guy called Cromwell, we will find out how he found his way into the national security. This is a threat. Addo Boahen used to work at the national security before he twisted the arms of the old irresponsible president to start an outfit for him to control called the NSB. My brother, my sister, that was the NSB, National Signals Bureau, and this guy presided over thievery and corruption according to investigators. He knows a lot about national security and the shenanigans and the wicked things he did in there whilst he was there, as told to us by investigators and in court. Now, who knows? Maybe this guy has gone to tell Atta Akyea, you know that guy? We have this thing about him. We have a video of him holding this, kissing that, sleeping with that, and we have it. And he knows we have it. And this is a way of intimidating the guy. When we get to court, we will find out how he got admitted, employed right there at the national security. It's a way of telling this young guy called Cromwell, we have your secret. We are blackmailing you. We know how you got in there. You are not a proper investigator. You got in there through this and through that, and we shall reveal it. So it's about time you started shivering and wetting your pants in weak bladder. And at the same time, it's time to flee from this trial. They didn't end there. They put out photographs purporting that these photographs bear his likeness. Now, we sit down and we watch all these things, and some people take it easy. But I believe that something should be done about this kind of intimidation. You are coming to court. We are waiting for you. Your day is going to be the sweetest. We know how you got into the national security. We have everything here. You are the one coming to accuse my client of what? Stealing what? You are only a conveyor belt investigator. And we have all the secrets here. We will show you and the whole world, exposing you how you got into the national security. Get ready. I leave it to your conscience. If I were in the shoes of this guy, I would be the most uncomfortable person if I don't have the facts. Anyone who says, oh, I have some debt, and that's the term they use there. I have some debt on you. Something that I can use to blackmail you. If you are not clean, then you will start to fret and shiver. Sometimes, even if you are clean, you will start to fret and sweat. And that is the trick Atta Akyea is using right now. But I can tell you one thing for sure. The guys at Iyoko, they know their work. I can tell you that the so-called Cromwell guy, once he's passing through the fingers of Capo di Tutti Capi, Raymond Archer, you can rest assured that only the facts will be put on the table. And at the end of the day, if Addo Boahen doesn't get convicted, I will leave this country until this government is out. And it is in protest, because I am privy to a lot of information. And I've convinced myself as a layman that there is no way the gates of jail would not open for this guy to walk in. My brother, we have to save our nation. If I were a lawyer, I would jail a lot of people. You come to me to save you, to go there and defend you. If I look at your case and it's bad, I'll tell you I'll go there and I'll get you jailed. But no. A lot of our lawyers are more interested in the money. They are happy to free thieves. They are happy to free murderers, and they think they are smart. You go to a lawyer and he's boasting about how he's been able to free some 20 murderers in the past 10 years that he's been a lawyer. And that is a badge of honor. How he's been able to free thieves, 100 thieves in the 10 years that he has been practicing as a lawyer. Everybody knew that this guy was a thief. Do you know that I was the one who defended this guy at this place? Obviously, he stole. He was a thief, but I found a way of freeing him. And we claim that we have a justice system. What kind of justice is this that is so unjust? And a senior lawyer, Atta Akyea, tries to use some of these archaic intimidation tactics. We will see how you got into the national security. You are going to stand toe to toe with me, and witness against my clients. You're going to bring evidence. We will expose you. We will show the whole world how you got into the national security. You will see. My brother, should we be comfortable with this? But I'm going to conclude on this. We have to let our conscience guide us. Ghana first, the nation. If you go to court and you succeed in freeing a murderer, my prayer is that the next person that this murderer kills should be your wife. My second prayer is that before he kills you after your wife, he should skin you alive, take out your testicles, roast that into chichinga, and whilst you are watching and dying slowly, he chews that with alacrity and deliberateness, whilst you sink into Hades. To God be the glory. And to Iyoko, when you fight crime, crime will fight you back. And I'm glad you have a great boss, Raymond Archer. I'm glad that all of you have that strict sense of professionalism. At the end of the day, we shall applaud when that alleged crook goes in there. That's when my happiness is going to go haywire, because I want to see Ghana prosper. I don't want to see Ghana looted by crooks and criminals who enrich themselves and give some coins to some bald-headed idiots who claim that they are lawyers, yet they themselves are gangsters. To God be the glory.
Okay, abusia we ne ensema ekoso ewo political highway ne so eye kwabena Addo ne lawyer no na ye de ne ho nsem e de bremu a ne tactics a opeso use na chese ode every judges na ni so no na ye de ho nsem e de bremu but am asesem jepene kokoti sa ensem we e de mai aha gossip politics TV so but am